Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Eddie Marcus here again. You know, I'm spokesman and advocate of basic human rights for all people. I've been out here a long, long time. And if I had to evaluate myself, judge myself on my accomplishments, I'd have to say I haven't accomplished a thing. See, it's not so much of how I've been committed, what I have been willing to give. All of that was done to get something back in return. And that something back in return that I wanted was for you to be thrilled to be alive. And I didn't get that. And you didn't get that. So all that I gave, I'm still not willing to give up. But now I want to ask my family to share in my dream. I want to ask the human race to share in my dream. But so many of those outside of my closeness aren't familiar with me. But for those that have been, I ask you, we've known each other as long as we've been alive. We've known each other great periods of time. And so I'd like to ask those who were in elementary school with me, back at Ellis Rogers, back in the 50s, people like Daisy and Deborah and Winthrop and Ernest and so many others. I need you to share in my dream. Those from middle school and high school back in the 60s, we had a wonderful time. We are somebody. Leonard, man, Sam and Barnett and Jesse. Oh, if we could just come together in spirit. I need you to share with my dreams. Those at Alcorn State University back in the 60s and in the band and all of those crazy things and wonderful things that we used to engage ourselves in. Oh man, rap, Wardell, Penn, Michael, Bear, Gopher. And you guys are alive. I need you to share in my dream. Those of you at Veterans Administration in Chicago, we had fun for a few years working together. Robert and Michael and Maud, come on, Cookie. We had fun. It was a great thing. We did wonderful stuff. But there's something so much more. And I need you to share in my dreams. Those of you who were with me on the U.S. Kirk, that fast frigate, while we were in the Navy, you know, traveling here in this port and traveling here in that port. Those of you who we rode those ships together for so long. Then those of you who I got a chance to spend time with in the brigs in Japan, or the brigs in Philippines. Guys, you know the guy that they used to call acting like Dr. King? Well, I remember you. And I want you, I need you to share. I invite you to share in my dream. Those of you that I work with at Mississippi Valley State, oh, brothers, what an experience. Crawford, my friend Alice, Rondo, just to name a few. We can do it. I need you to share in my dreams. And then let's think about those up here in Minnesota. Minnesota, my karaoke buddies, you know, just been singing, trying to waste some time as we wait to see if people are going to wake up. You've been singing your hearts out. You know you're good. You could have made good records. You really could. People were thrilled by the sounds that you were able to produce right there on that stage. You weren't playing games. You were jamming. I need you. All of that. So you can share in this dream of mine. Those that I met and talked with in the political scene, you know, the governors from the early 80s through, well, few years, the legislators that I worked with or tried to get to work with me as I did a little small campaign running for president of the United States or United States senator from Minnesota, or mayor of St. Paul or Woodbury. For what? For what? To create an opportunity for us to get together one last time in love and do great things. And I need you to share in my dreams. You know, those that I got a chance to work with here in Minnesota, the service organizations, the African American organizations, that conscious movement, working with guys like Spike Moss and over in Minneapolis, brother, it was an experience. And brothers who were trying to do things here in Minnesota, in St. Paul, other than myself, you know. I'm telling you, it has been a wonderful thing. And those of you who might remember me, I invite you, I need you to share with me in my dreams. Now, I'm talking about a lot of people, but there are other people that I want to share in my dream. Those that I smoked with, those that I drank with, my gay friends, my prostitute friends, those of you who know that I couldn't pay my bills, and those of you who called and asked me, you owe this bill, can you pay? Those of you who are having problems getting education and health care, I need you to share in my dream. If your business is failing, I need you to share in my dreams. And yet, if you are what America calls brains, you know, come up with the computer, come up with the watch, even going back to the airplanes or the cars, you, the engineers, those of you who can make big buildings and bridges and make big money, I need you to share in my dreams. And I want us all to know that the things that I'm speaking of, my friends, I'm talking about you, all of us, having our needs and our wants and our desires met. Not having to worry about anything that's made by the hands of man, because each of us played a part in whatever way, engaging ourselves in the process of creating all things. All things. Now, we didn't have our hand in this and that, didn't that, but what we had our hands in was a part of all things. And that makes us, humankind, owners of all things that's created by the hands of man. And we don't have to lie, we don't have to cheat, we don't have to steal, we don't have to be a hater, we don't have to be a racist, we don't have to be a bigot. Now, there might be some people in the world just like that, but I'm saying we don't have to be. You see, people who are just like that, they have wars going on. There's terror. Everybody got guns. They're lying and cheating and going through poverty, crime and violence, all of that. But where we're trying to go, what I'm offering us to come together is to share in this dream, because we can change things and to shape this up so it can be exactly like we want it to be. And even to the ones you thought I wouldn't say anything about, the churches. You preachers, I've talked about you because I've been upset with you. One while I thought you knew. I didn't know that you didn't know. And I want to apologize by saying it's all good. And I need you. I need the heads of the churches. I need the memberships of the churches. I need everybody to share in this dream. It's been a long time coming, but I believed and I've never given up. I have never given up. I don't care what has happened in my life. You can ask anybody in my family, they'll tell you. When I die, I know they're going to be at my funeral saying, one thing about it, he believed that you, the people, that all of us should be living on earth like we're in heaven. And he never would stop. I don't care how much people try to tell him, quit believing that, quit dreaming like that. He never would. And I'm still dreaming just like that, ladies and gentlemen. But I know one thing. If you could join with me with that goal, if people can come together and create hell, we can come together and create heaven. Let's do it, okay? Let's work a miracle. All right? I want to thank you so very much for giving me this your moment. Please share with me in my dreams. Until next time, Eddie Marcus saying good night.